Aloha! You are watching Living Delicious with Helena, and we are living Aloha with Paul Klink again. Aloha, Paul. So good to have you for our show number 2.
Yay.
And we want to talk about you and your crazy positivity because, by the way, according to medical records and according to your body, you are cut how many times through your chest?
I don't know. Countless.
How many times you were stitched?
They've been in my heart.
1,000 stitches around your body?
They've been in my heart about 20 times, I think, and my lungs, everywhere.
They've been into your heart.
I'm like the operation game.
I like how you say they've been into my heart.
Yes.
I have such a big heart.
Yeah.
I let everyone into my heart.
As long as they have the degree. Not all of them, actually. But yeah. I travel around the world for medicine.
So, saying that means you are like a medical miracle?
Yeah. I'm very, very grateful to my doctors and medical staff all over the world who've helped keep me alive. Naturopath, like Chinese medicine, Eastern, Western. I've had medicine. I've been to China a couple times seeking medicine, Taiwan. I've had procedures done in Japan and Europe. Yeah,
so why do you have so many procedures? What's wrong with you? You're not eating properly. You're not exercising properly.
I wish I could exercise. And when I do, I'm going to do fun stuff. Endorphin therapy. Yeah, I'm very fortunate there. Yeah, I was born with a congenital heart problem. My father and everybody in my father's, my paternal lineage passed away before 40 from the same heart problem I have. So, yeah, I've had to seek medical attention to live past 40. I'm 47. I'll be 48 in July. I made it to 2013. So I was tearing up on New Year's Eve, and they're like, "What's wrong?" I'm like, "I made it! Yay! I'm so happy." Yeah. They're happy tears.
Yeah.
I wake up every morning like that.
I made it in one piece.
Yes. Yes.
So you said in a break, you said that you wake up smiling.
I just wake up. People will ask me, "Paul, how are you doing today?" And I'll say, "I woke up. I put my arms forward. There's no casket. Good day."
And you really wake up like that?
I wake up really happy. Well, every night when I go to sleep, I don't know if I'll die in my sleep. So if I don't and I wake up, then I'm so happy I made it. Another day, hang out with my son and my loved ones and my friends and family and make the world a little better for me being here.
Yes. But don't you said also people tell you all the time that you should be more serious and take your disease seriously.
Yes, and
you
I do.
Not be so goofy.
Yes.
Look what you're doing.
I take it very serious, happily.
I see.
Very, very serious. I choose my attitude. I choose my feelings.
And they still keep telling you to be more serious?
All my doctors.
They don't just get it that you are not a serious type of guy?
It's right when they first meet me. Because a doctor will meet me without looking at my records first, and they'll ask me just precursorily, "What do you have?" And I'll say about my heart implants or my pulmonary issues and carrying oxygen and being in a wheelchair and with a trach and all these other things.
Yes.
And they'll say, obviously with a smile on my face, "So you should take that very serious." I'm like, "I am, but I'm happy about it. I'm here. I'm not dead."
So who has a serious disorder? They have a serious disorder. They are seriously...
I don't care about their feelings any more than I hope they don't care about mine. I live and let live. Let them do what they want and let me do what I want.
But don't you think you are a little bit irresponsible? If doctors tell... Not just... Let's talk about serious irresponsibility.
You get serious. I'll be right here.
Exactly. I mean, come on. This is going public. We need to show to people how irresponsible you are.
Yes.
So if they give you oxygen tank, and you should carry one all the time.
It's right in the car outside in the parking lot.
It's not here. What if you die here in the studio? I'm going to have to deal with you?
My oxygen requirements are triggered, and I know how they're when I have certain symptoms, I get my oxygen tank. I don't need to carry it all the time. A lot of my situations are per my requirements, PRN. So if I need it, I'll go get it, and I'll put it on. But I feel very comfortable.
And how do you sleep? With a mask?
No, I don't need to. But if I have certain nights, especially when the fog is very bad in Hawaii, I'll have the oxygen on. I'm extremely responsible, able to choose my response to what's going on in my life, and I'm very proactive about not dying. And so if I sense I might need the oxygen, I'll put it on and use it. I'm very strict about my medicine. I'm very responsible. Almost every surgery I've ever had, I try to get out the next day, even though they want to keep me in the hospital for weeks, sometimes months.
So why do you do that?
I do it because there's too many germs in the hospital to kill people, and I don't want to be around them. So I'll sign myself out on against medical advice even if I have to. And I'll walk out smiling. You're not taking it serious.
But they think you are a rebel.
Well, once they look at my records and realize what I have already survived and what I'm doing is working, then automatically they will apologize for being such control freaks or whatever. It's always well-intended. So I never get upset. When people are like, get serious, I'm like, I honor that. But I would recommend most people just focus on the mirror and take that same energy and make themselves healthier. I've had a lot of really obese people tell me how much weight I need to lose, or people with smoking tell me how to breathe. Yeah. I'm like, and I don't judge them any more than I want to be judged. Yeah. And I have learned a lot from some of this advice, and I take what I need and I leave the rest.
Yeah, because they also have liability problems.
They could.
Doctors don't want to. They want to make sure you stay here and safe.
What I tell the hospital is this: I facilitate a lot of donations to the hospital every year from different friends and foundations and organizations. Yes. And I tell them they're not in my will. So if I leave, they don't get that money anymore. So it gives them a good incentive to keep me cooking. I see. So I understand it's always out of a space of caring, consideration. It's always well intended. And I tell them what will kill me way before any of the advice is the stress of their advice. And I'm always listening to learn. I don't interrupt people. If they're giving me their feelings, I'll listen and I'll honor them with that. Whether I choose to share it and use it in my life is my decision. And I'm always really grateful for their time. I mean, all we have is time.
That's how I want to connect this one. You said in a previous show that you are very conscious about using your time for you. If you don't want to be here, you are not here. Yeah. So when somebody is giving you blah, 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 smart advice, and you don't want to listen, do you leave to honor yourself?
As I mentioned also, I with tact and being appropriate and polite. My father and my mother brought us up politely. So I try not to interrupt somebody unless they're droning on and on and on. Yes. I really want to honor someone. If they care to share their time and their advice well-intended to me, then I should honor that. And there's a chance I'm going to learn something. Even if it's what I learned is amongst a lot of stuff I don't want to hear, I'll take what's good and I'll leave the rest. And then I'll politely and graciously excuse myself and go on with my life as I choose. It's not so much for me, but if I'm spending time doing something that
you may die.
Isn't helping people. I could die, yes. Or I could be spending that time helping other people. Yeah. You know, I'm a steward of my time. Yes. You know, to me, my time has been given to me as sort of like the present is a present. It's like a gift. I like that saying, in the sense that the time that I have, if I can spend it helping other people in a myriad of different ways, whether it's volunteering, consulting, assisting, helping, just lending an ear to someone who does need to be heard. I don't want to spend that time with somebody who's not really being functional or
But then how can you help other people? You were supposed to be in an electric wheelchair.
Yeah.
You were supposed to just cruise around like a half vegetable.
Yep.
And how did you overcome that?
I tested the boundaries. You know, the doctors would say, you can't stand anymore, don't walk. And I'll say, well, if I walk and my heart rate stays under, 70? Is it okay if I walk? Yes. Then when I'm by myself, I'll put on my Polar watch that has my heart rate, and I'd stand up and see how I did. And I kept pushing the boundaries on my own to get out of the wheelchair. Then I would carry oxygen, or I had my tracheostomy, and they said it was going to be permanent. I said, what could change in my life to have it removed? Because I like talking, and with a tracheostomy, you can't talk. It's very difficult. And people kept hiding my button. There's a button you can put on it to talk, but my son would always hide it on me. He didn't want to yell at me. My friend Saeed would hide it on me. She says, you're talking too much. so he would say, you do this and this and this, and if you have these certain goals in your health, if you reach these goals, we'll let your tracheostomy close on its own. And that was horrible. For years, I was breathing through a hose in my neck. And it was very uncomfortable and looked really funny. And so
it gets really dry in your
It's dry. It weeps all the time. It's a real dirty. It's really dangerous actually because it's a direct access to your body. So any germs and things like that. And so I would test these boundaries with their permission. Then I found I could go much farther than what they even thought. And so a lot of doctors, like a lot of the doctors at Kaiser, they'll say I taught them a lot about what their systems could be changed or evolved a little bit around people's ability to want to do more than what they want to limit them to.
Yes.
And so.
And many people believe in professional advice, so they don't even go test their boundaries.
Right.
But if they believe in you, they would maybe try. Just
to
see what can I do.
Baby steps.
Just to see if I can do this.
Well, biggest thing for me is they would say endorphins, whether they're positive or negative, or endorphins, they say stress is not good for you. And so when people start getting on my back, I said stress is not good for me. Get off my back.
But are you not positively stressed all the time?
That's a funny question. You know, you can actually cause heart problems by being too happy.
You see?
I've actually given
So
myself
maybe
a heart
that's
attack by
why
laughing too hard once at a movie.
Oh, did you really?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, you really had to go to
Yeah.
the hospital?
I had a heart. Yeah, you can actually, when you have a congenital heart problem and your
Yes.
heart goes over certain situations with certain endorphins and these different biochemicals, if you get really happy or sad, basically same chemical reaction to your body. So I have to monitor my internal talk and my internal reactions. I'm always very conscious of my heart rate. I'm very conscious of my breathing rate. I think that's part of why I talk so much. It guarantees breathing. If I'm not breathing, I can't talk. If I'm talking, I'm not dead. People say, "How you doing?" I say, "Woke up, arms forward, no casket, good day."
Yes.
I made it. So yeah.
I love the way you glow. I love it's just like you really appreciate. It's a celebration.
I'm just glad I'm
of
not
life.
dead every
Yes.
moment. My dear friend Yi Nugent, my yoga teacher, taught me the precious value of now, and that's all we really have. So right now I'm here, this tablecloth, beautiful.
It's beautiful tablecloth, isn't it?
Beautiful hostess, holy
Well,
macaroni.
beautiful connection.
Thank you.
So now, you said you were glad you are not dead.
Yeah.
But also, when you were dying, how many times you died?
I've been resuscitated over 20, I think it's 29 times now.
Only 29 times. That's nothing. So, during those times when you died, you also said that death is beautiful.
Death is awesome.
Then, why are you happy that you are alive?
Life is more awesome.
Life is more awesome?
Yeah. Hanging out with my son, hanging out with my loved one, my family, my friends, helping other people, seeing the joy in people's eyes when they finally get it. You know, I love being around people. I love, being around living. I haven't experienced enough death to know if it's much better, but I can tell you that what I have experienced about death is awesome. Did
you see the light and the tuna and all of that stuff?
I didn't. Back in 2002, my first passing, which was my longest, I remember someone asking the cardiologist, "Did Paul really die?" And he said 5 words, "Yes, for a long time." It was about 7 minutes, brain and heart.
7 minutes.
That's what I was told. And for a warm passing, without being in ice water or something to sustain your body, that's incredible. And so, according to American College of Cardiology, it's one of the longest ever. And so for me,
you are in the Guinness Book of Records.
Yeah, not for what I want to be.
Longest dead alive man in the world.
Not the way. That's more infamous than famous, I think. Yeah, for
well,
me,
it's cool. Come on,
I'm
you
here.
do it if you can.
I'm glad I can say that.
Yeah.
Very few people can look at their EKG flatline after it's flatlined.
Yes.
Usually that's posthumous. Whereas I have many copies of flatlines of my heart that I've had to remind me how grateful I am for not being dead. Yeah. But yeah, I'm very, very fortunate.
But not only dead, but let's talk about the quality of life when you were
Yes.
532
32 pounds.
pounds. That's like 2 baby elephants.
Yeah.
3.
Breathing. I had at the time it was supposed to be a permanent tracheostomy, a permanent catheter. I couldn't. I was colostomy. I was pretty wheelchair ridden for a few years. But the whole
and
time
it's
I
all
was
because
there.
of the heart.
Yeah, metabolism. Your heart controls your metabolism along with your biochemicals.
And it
with your
was
endorphins.
nothing else that you could do? You were just
No.
gaining weight? What happened?
Yeah, exponentially. Well, luckily, one of the doctors realized that the apnea, which usually kills people who are overweight, could be solved if it's obstructive apnea with a tracheostomy. So once they trached me and I could start doing some exercise, I had amazing friends come out of the woodwork to teach me how to exercise in the most simple ways, even if it was just moving my fingers, if that's all I could do.
So for how long were you 500 pounds?
A couple of years. And then
So your clothes was what size?
my waist was, the last number I cared to look at, I think it was not the largest, was 64 inches, was a belt.
This is bigger than this table.
Much bigger. And then, let's see, my shirt, the biggest shirt I had before they were tailored was 7 extra large. And
Where
but for
do you
me,
buy that clothes?
Kramer's Big and Tall on Ward Avenue, Isla Moana.
Really?
And they would order, or Omar the tent maker. I'm just kidding. But yeah, I mean, but I was blessed. My friend Isidra, my friend Natalie, Daniel, these friends would come out of the woodwork proactively on their own and come to my home and get me on these irresistibles, those big rubber balls.
Yes.
So I couldn't do a push-up because my stomach was on the floor at my full arm
So
stretch.
your stomach was longer?
Bigger than that.
Bigger than your arms?
Yeah, longer than my arm. So they put me on an irresistible so I could start exercising on that because I had the trach, I had breathing. Before that, I couldn't exercise.
So you lost all of your weight with exercising?
Oh,
Did
yeah.
you have some kind of surgery?
No surgeries. No.
So where is your excess skin?
When you
Where is your
exercise, hydrotone, you work out in the water with dumbbells that give you water resistance.
Yes.
amazing technology. You're able to exercise in the water, and I do it now just with my open hands, and you're just using resistance. So whether you're a petite Asian woman or a big haole guy, you're in the water, you're only going your resistance against your own strength. And in the water, you're buoyant, and fat's buoyant.
Yeah.
And so you're in the
you
water,
feel lighter.
you're just floating and just exercise. And the water really helps with the skin because my arms are down to here, my legs, everything were quite large, and it brought the skin back.
Because your head is not so big. A bone.
My head was gigantic. I mean, you couldn't even see my skull. I can feel this bone now, but no.
Really, your head was big, so all the fat was between your.
Inside, it metabolizes. Another thing I do is Honolulu Med Spa over on Liliha.
Oh yes.
They help me out a lot. So they did a lot with the skin tightening. I do, Botox. I call it Brotox.
Brotox.
Metrosexual. I call it machosexual. And so they do the laser peels. They do AFT, which fixes the tone of the skin and tightens it, the harmony. They're amazing, and it's so affordable comparative to how unhealthy it would be to have the excess skin, which could get infected, which is not healthy for your body. And so, again, I have friends come out of the woodwork and help me out. And this artist, Kim Taylor-Reese, is a nurse, actually, in the military, gave me all kinds of advice and helped me out. I have amazing friends that just came out of nowhere, on their own time, to come and help me.
Wow.
And I was always willing to take that help, and they would push me kind of hard. I mean, they're exercise people, and they're in perfect shape, and they're always exercising. So I would
how
listen.
long does it take, for you personally? How long it took you to lose 500 pounds?
Well, I'm not finished. I want to get down to about 165, and right now I'm about 195. So I have about 30 more pounds to go. And I started probably in 2005, so about 7 years.
Wow.
8 years now. Yeah. It does not happen night. Putting it on happens really fast.
But
Taking it
that's
off is almost impossible.
That's like that's 50 pounds a year.
Yeah.
That's more than 50 pounds a year.
When you first start, a lot of it goes out quick. And doing them, for me, and again, I'm not giving any advice to anybody. People should check with their doctors.
Sure.
But for me, doing the Master Cleanse has been amazing.
Oh, I love Master Cleanse.
I love the Master Cleanse.
I lose 1 pound on Master Cleanse.
That's awesome.
Because I have nothing to lose.
But losing 1 pound is a lot, even for a big guy. I mean, losing weight is it's really, really difficult.
Yeah.
People don't realize it. And once you...
To me, gaining weight is difficult.
Well,
I would love to gain 10
I've
more
never had
pounds.
that problem. But yeah, but the people who are overweight, and I can empathize. Oh, I touched my mic. Sorry, Keikoa. I love Keikoa. Olela's amazing, by the way. I gotta tell you, I'm so impressed. But losing weight, it can be so discouraging because sure, you go from 532 down to. I remember when I hit like 400 pounds or 300 pounds, and you still look so big to yourself in the mirror. It's so discouraging, and it goes so slow. But if you stick to it, the results are, got my money makers back, and I feel healthy, I feel good. Yeah. Again, I can still lose another 30 pounds. What if I do or don't at this point?
But if you don't, you're happy. You glow. That's enough.
I'm all right. I'm not dead. I'm just so happy to be alive.
Exactly.
I mean, after dying so many times, I'm just grateful to be here.
So what are your plans? Do you kind of hope? No, God forbid, hope.
In
do
my
you
dreams,
plan
yeah,
your
in my
death?
dreams, in my dreams, I live to 112, and I do euthanasia. I choose the moment I die. That's just in my dreams. I've been dreaming that since I was a kid.
Really?
So, but that's my dream.
So you choose physician-assisted suicide, so to say.
That's a separate topic at that age.
Exactly. Yeah.
At that age, based on lifestyle and quality of life.
You choose to
yes.
be conscious until the last moment.
Yeah.
And then you don't want to be a vegetable, or you just
no.
I see.
No.
So
I wouldn't want to be a burden on other people.
So how often do you think about your death?
Well, every morning I wake up.
Every day.
So I woke up.
Your regular thing.
Well, I have I have number 10 white pain. I'm in the pain clinic, so every heartbeat is extremely painful to me.
Right now?
Always, 24/7. I have severe pain.
Really?
In my chest, I have in my organs. I've had so many surgeries. They damaged so many nerves that I have severe pain all the time.
So how can you be happy when you are?
If you stop being happy, you lose your endorphins. You feel the pain.
I see. But when you sleep, then you get your unconscious body is resting. The moment you wake up, before you can say aloha, you feel the pain.
No, I feel it going to sleep at night, but I have like a meditation I give myself when I go to bed.
Yes.
I say everything's going to be okay, no matter what's going on in my life. I'm here now. I'm so grateful for this moment. I'm here.
Sweet.
And I go to sleep, no problem.
And then you wake up, and the pain is like, oh, cool, there is pain.
It's proof of life. If I don't feel the pain, I hit 911. That's my guaranteed my thermometer. If I don't feel the pain, I know I'm in. If I start feeling that floaty, really good feeling, 911, 911, quick.
So you are, right as we talk, you feel the pain in your chest.
I have number 10 white pain right now sitting here.
On the scale of 0 to 10, it's a 10.
The worst pain you'll feel in your life, I feel all the time. And if I actually think about it, you'll see my smile go away. You can experience it. It's overwhelming.
Wow.
But you can consciously choose. I mean, pain is a physical reaction your body has with your nerves in your brain. Suffering, my attitude, my choices, is my choice, and homie chooses not to suffer. I have way too much to live for and be grateful for to suffer.
But don't you think people may consider you a phony, fake, happy, when you actually probably are really suffering, or maybe you really don't have any pain, or whatever?
They can look at my neurological exams. They actually do nerve velocity tests that measure the pain, and when they turn it on, it just goes across the screen.
And they come to you and tell you, you're not supposed to be alive. You're not supposed to walk.
My cardiologists have no clue how my heart's beating anymore. Just recently, my cardiologist ran into him in a restaurant, and my guest who was with me said, I got to ask you, I keep hearing about this. How is Paul still alive? He said, we have no clue. We don't know. We're just really glad he is. They keep my arteries clear the best they can. They keep my chambers going, my valves going. You know, they do what they can, keep my lungs, they give me oxygen when I need it. I can take it when I want. And the rest of my body, they work on as it breaks down. And I'm just here. You know, I'm grateful for what I have.
So how often do you go to
I'm in the hospital about 3 days a week.
Wow. So you go for checkups every week?
No, usually procedures.
Procedures?
Yeah.
3 days a week?
Yep.
Every week?
Either breathing procedures, doing heart tests, going into my heart. That's why they've been in my heart so many times.
Wow.
I can't even pronounce half the stuff they do to me.
But do you have your own heart, or you have parts of other people's hearts?
Not other people's hearts. I have mechanical parts.
Wow. So when you die, your heart will still be like
No.
live aloha forever. You're not gonna die.
I wish. My node is still mine. The node is the part of your heart that's the magic. That's what triggers your heart to beat. So my node is mine. My node triggers my heart to beat. I think my family's hearts, I probably have the best hearts in the world. It's just the stuff around it's really jacked. I'm like, I must have one of the strongest hearts to go through all this stuff. I mean, they've been in and out of my heart so many times. I honestly can't tell you how many times I've had doctors poking and prodding and getting inside my heart. I'm just grateful to be here.
Wow.
You know, I'm honestly just grateful. And so I just take every moment as it comes. And I think I'm a steward of my time, you know.
I believe
I want to take my time and share it with my son and help other people and do what I can.
Yeah.
That's my goal.
Yeah. So when he asks you, when you go to the hospital, he's probably sometimes maybe scared to lose you.
My son's called an ambulance for me many times in my life. You know, he's visited me when they were taking me off to go to hospice and telling them my prognosis at the time. And at this time, he knows they're wrong. I mean, I always
not my dad.
Well, in 2002, I had my heart failure, the long one.
Yes.
And then I went to Kauai to convalesce, and I had another heart attack. And basically, you know, I said goodbye to my son, and it was going to be over. And then they gave me another procedure that brought me back, and I was able to come back and say hello again and hear, Daddy!
Wow.
You know, so, and again, he's been around this his whole life, and being as sick as I've been and been through what I've been, it shines a lot of light on me. It brings a lot of attention to me, and I feel really selfish sometimes because it doesn't give people the chance to have a normal life around me. You know, because I'm running to the hospital, where now it's become sort of a mundane, just, you know, go to the hospital.
That's normal.
I'll see you tomorrow. Yeah. Everything will be fine.
You live in a hospital.
And we talk on the phone. We FaceTime. You know, with him, and you know, in my relationship, I stay in touch with everybody, and I made a conscious decision back in 2002 to make my life completely transparent. So whether it's tax problems or health problems or life problems or all the good things that happen there, again, people tend to focus on the negative, but every positive thing that happens in my life, I try to share with the world through social media, through Twitter, Facebook, whatever.
So yeah, what's your Twitter name?
Paul Klink.
Paul Klink, your Facebook name?
Paul Klink, Hawaii.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
we can
I'm at
connect
my
with you.
5,000 friend limit, though.
Well, there's no limit for Twitter.
Thank God.
Yeah.
Yes, so just at Paul Klink.
Yeah.
And I share what I can, so if I can inspire some people that not take life for granted, inspire some people that, hey, through all this adversity, even if I was only a pair of shorts and homeless on the corner, I'm still going to be just as happy because I still have my heartbeat. I still have my breath, and that's what I'm grateful for primarily. Then I have my son, then I have my relationship, then I have my family, then my friends, and then how I help my community and how I volunteer with my time.
Yeah.
You know, having these things, I'm so grateful. You know, I don't need a big fancy house. You know, I can borrow my friends' sports cars if I want to look cool. It's not what's important to me. You know, what's important to me is spending quality time with friends like you and my family.
If you think big house or a casket,
Yeah.
You know, you just choose a regular hug.
You're good.
And leave aloha.
Yeah, exactly. I mean,
Yeah.
I really like volunteering my time for the community, and I really enjoy
No, you are all
culture.
over. I remember when we met on Honolulu Marathon.
Yeah.
You were holding this, how you call the
That's why my arm's here. I just had rotator cuff surgery.
yeah, you had this
sling.
and you put all the water cups,
Yeah.
not bottles.
Yeah, water
and
cups.
some of them were overflowing and
Yeah.
you were wet.
Yeah.
And you were just so happy
I'm so
to
grateful.
give away water at 4 in the morning.
Yeah.
Like and day before that you were a day after you were going to the hospital.
Yeah.
I'm like, hey dude, go sleep. No. This is what I do.
Gotta help these people who are being healthy.
Yeah.
They inspire me. I've seen those people with no legs going through with those different prosthetic devices, and the people in the wheelchair. Someone always has it worse. You know, I mean, I'm just a regular guy. I'm just publicizing and being honest about where I am.
Maybe
in
they
my
think
life.
you have it worse.
They can.
Because they know how to have it with their leg, and you think you know how to have it with your heart, but you may not know how to do with that leg.
Yeah, well, people with prosthetic devices can always say they can live without their legs. I can't live without my heart. As I tell my doctor, 0 chance for one-time failure.
Yes.
Once it's done, it's done. So I'm going to appreciate it while I'm here.
I am so grateful for you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Anytime. I'm yours.
Thank you. So if anybody wants to connect with you again, Paul Klink on Facebook and Twitter.
Yeah.
And your phone number?
721-7777.
How did you get that number?
Just the number they gave me.
Really? I love 7 number.
Me too.
To me, number 7 is green and happy and delicious and Hawaii. 7 is beautiful number to me.
Just like living deliciously.
Exactly. So thank you so much. Thank you for watching. Enjoy, contact Paul Klink, and when it's your time to die, remember, live aloha.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for your time. I appreciate it. I'm honored.
This was wonderful.
It's fun.
Time goes so fast with you.
I can't believe that.